Welcome again. We are halfway through the stage 4 lockdown, and boy, oh boy, we're getting glad that we are at that point. Now let's look at the numbers. 279 is what we finished up with last Sunday, and we can see that the numbers went up by 3 this time around, and we finished with 282, a hit rate of 1.79%, and the testing around 16,000, just under there. But sadly, the deaths do keep going up. Into Tuesday, and let's see how we finished up while the figures are loading there, and we can see that it was a decrease. This was one of our best figures in about 2 months, and it was a welcome relief to see the testing numbers went right back up as well, and we can see there the testing around 18,000, just under there. We finished with 60 less, so 222, a nice triple two there, 1.25% of the hit rate to tests. Into the middle of the week, and sadly those deaths unfortunately are just still going up and up. But the good news was we had another decrease, and we're getting down into the 200s, which is great to see. Testing again around about the same sort of figure. 1.34% was the hit rate to the tests, and we ended up with just over 16,000 tests. 6 decrease, 216 for Wednesday the 19th of August. Into Thursday now, and we can see that the numbers went up sadly, and the deaths still continuing to rise, with the bulk of them coming from the aged care sector. Now the testing went up over 20,000, which was great. Of course, they're talking about making sure that the testing is up before they let us out of this lockdown. 1.18% the hit rate to the tests, and we finished with 240, an increase of 24, but sadly the deaths nudging 400 now. Let's go to Friday now, and everyone was sort of seeing the numbers yo-yo a little bit, but of course we were back down, and it was great to see another massive result on Friday. One of our lowest figures since the early July, and that was welcome relief, and we saw the figures drop by 61, so down to 179. Good number in the tests, and 0.88. That's one of our lowest figures, the hit rate to test, but sadly those deaths do continue to rise. Into the weekend, and we learnt on Saturday night that The Masked Singer was actually suspended, the production suspended after 7 dancers tested positive. But sadly the numbers went up, but not by much. It was only an increase of 3, and we're at 182, and that death number unfortunately right on the cusp of that 400. Testing though was quite good, and once again a hit rate of under 1%, 0.085. Sunday brings us halfway through the 6-week lockdown, and unfortunately the numbers crept back up over 200, but we can see there the testing was flying there, over 20,000 tests, hit rate back around 1%, but sadly an increase of 26, and those deaths now over 400 with that extra 17. So there we go, we are halfway through the stage 4 lockdown, and everyone's sort of waiting with bated breath to see what is awaiting us around the corner. As you can see, these photos from the last couple of weeks, there is absolutely nobody out and about. It is eerie, it's scary, the city feels like it's lost its heart and soul, but hopefully we'll get it back sooner rather than later. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you next week. Subscribe and tell your friends about us. Goodbye.